Can you build big legs like a bodybuilder using calisthenics alone? Is there any lower body skill beyond pistol squats? Should you use your child as a counterweight on pistols? All of this and more in this video where we take a look at the truth behind calisthenics and leg training. What's up everybody? Welcome back to Minus the Gym. And this video is stemming from a very small series that I made a while ago on the channel where one video was about how to build a bigger chest at home with calisthenics and the other video was about how to build a bigger back. And I got a lot of questions in the comments asking, what about legs? How do you build bigger legs? And the truth about calisthenics and leg training is not a good one, okay? The truth is that really when it comes to building mass on your legs, the only way you're going to be able to do it with calisthenics, and this is based on my experience and I've talked to other people about it as well, is going high volume. That is the only way, and the reason why is because our bodies are used to carrying around our body weight on our legs just day to day. You know, we climb up stairs, we walk, we run, you know, we bend and squat for different things, and our legs are really used to carrying our body weight already. So unless you're doing something like adding weight, it's going to be really hard to apply progressive overload. That doesn't mean it's impossible though. You can still apply progressive overload using volume. And what I mean by that is you got to go really high volume. And before I go any further, some people are going to be saying, well, no, you got to do pistol squats and other unilateral variations. But trust me, I've learned pistol squats and I made a whole video about it. I have a tutorial if you want to check it out where I show all the progressions I use to learn how to do pistol squats. And even doing pistols, I didn't put much mass on my legs and I had to go really high volume. 998, 999, 1,000. Oh man. All right, other leg. Obviously, that's not the best way to put mass on your legs, just doing tons of sets and tons of reps, right? It's inefficient. Very inefficient. And the one time that I really noticed that my thighs grew a lot from calisthenics alone was a long time ago. I want to say it was over 3 years ago. I was doing a full body circuit. You know, I love circuits. And the circuit that I was doing was a round the world circuit where I would do push-ups, pull-ups. Sometimes I'd throw in dips as well. And then some sort of leg exercise and then a core exercise. And I would just go around and around the circuit. Well, I built that up to 10 rounds. I was doing 10 rounds of that circuit, meaning I was doing 10 sets of some sort of lower body exercise, and I was doing that 5 or 6 days a week. So that came out to 50 or 60 sets a week of some sort of squat or lunge. And I would typically do 20 reps in a set. I'd be doing 20 reps of jumping squats, maybe 20 walking lunges, maybe 20 jumping lunges, you know, just whatever I felt like doing that day. But it came out to at least 1,000 or sometimes 1,200 reps per week on my lower body. Now, obviously that wasn't sustainable. I got burnt out and it's not a good way, in my opinion, to, if you really want to build mass, doing it with volume as the progressive overload just really isn't a good approach. So it's kind of unfortunate, but I have to recommend if you're serious about having big thighs, investing in some weights is really a good way to do it. You can get a weighted vest and you can wear it, you know, while doing your body weight leg exercises. You're just adding weight with a vest. Or go on OfferUp and see who in your neighborhood is selling, you know, an old barbell and some plates or some dumbbells. Now, I just want to make it clear that I am in no way bashing body weight exercise. All right, I'm not saying calisthenics is at a huge disadvantage because of this. I'm just saying that if you want a bodybuilder physique, then you should lift weights because that's the best tool for bodybuilders to use to get those big wheels. But, you know, most of us doing bodyweight training, we're not in it for big muscles and we don't care to have these huge thighs. In fact, the further I get into my bodyweight journey, the more I realize that it's not about the size of, you know, especially your legs, but the size of your muscles in general. It's about your strength and your relative strength specifically, meaning how strong you are pound for pound. And it's also a lot about your mobility. Because like when you start training press to handstand, for example, you're going to realize that you're going to wish you had worked a lot more on your lower body flexibility and mobility. And that's going to hold you back. So a lot of that time and effort I put into getting big in my 20s, I'm kind of regretting in a way and wishing I would have spent more time on flexibility and mobility training. By the way, at the beginning of this video, I mentioned that I would answer the question of whether or not it's a good idea to use your child as a counterweight when learning pistols. The answer is no. Anyways, so that's the truth about calisthenics and leg training, all right? If you want to build big legs, you have to do really high volume. And if you're wondering how many sets I'm talking about and how many reps, well, just look at what you're doing now and bump it up a little bit, right? Maybe increase it by 1 set or 2 sets per week and see how that goes. And you're gonna feel really sore eventually. You're gonna plateau at some point. It's gonna be hard to break beyond that. And also increasing your training frequency. So training your legs more often. If you're training them twice a week right now, try doing 3 times a week. And just increase that volume gradually and you'll see that your thighs will grow. But again, it's not efficient. And that's the truth behind calisthenics, all right? So hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, please tap that like button for me. It helps me out in return. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to hear more from me. All right, and I'll see you in the next video. Talk to you then.